here. Can we talk to some of them and see what they're working on?
Yeah, I would be happy to introduce you to a couple of our startups. Both of them are very cool tech startups. One of them called TotalCloud is a company that is working on visual cloud technologies, cloud visualization technologies.
I've triangulated the noise to this corner back here. So we hear you're working on some pretty cool cloud visualization and tools. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what you're working on?
I'm Pradeep. I'm the founder of TotalCloud.
And what is TotalCloud?
So TotalCloud is about bringing in higher order visualization to understand complex tech very fast, especially around cloud computing space.
And what's one of the difficulties with the tools that are out there today?
So most of the tools are 2D and like web browsers, like they only deal with one-dimensional data that makes people depend on several other tools to get the complete context. So we want to solve this by building one multi-dimensional, three-dimensional interface where you can understand data from like 10 different places at once.
And also, people think about questions they want to ask in a natural way, but then they have to translate that to these crazy drop-down menus and filters and searches, and you're adding this voice interface on top of to simplify all of that.
Yes, yeah.
I think the product really speaks for itself. Can we show people what it's like?
Definitely. Ayush, probably.
Yeah, hi. So, hi, my name is Ayush. I'm head of growth at TotalCloud. As Pradeep very rightly said, the real problem with monitoring and management today is you have multiple 2D interfaces and you have to switch from your CloudWatch to your CloudTrail to your Cloud Explorer. Except what we have here is your entire infrastructure in a single pane of glass. Right. So let's say I want to have a look at certain specific
Navigating to your EC2 instances, please use the keyboard or the mouse pad to find more information.
So people can see you have Lex chatbot up now.
Navigating to your Lambda functions,
correct.
Please click on the functions to see metrics.
So the idea here is that we have multiple interfaces through which we can interact with
you need to see costs.
So can you do this once more? Because I'm gonna do it from back here so people don't see that it's like a separate computer doing this.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so
cool.
So in there you have a chat bot that you can interface with voice.
Right.
And so can you, remove the visualizations on top of that layer?
Right. So here what we're doing is we're testing out.
Cost view.
What we're doing is we're testing out how we can navigate this through voice. So let's say you have your entire infrastructure and you really need to find.
Navigating to your Lambda functions, please click on the functions to see metrics.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you cost specifically for this
Display
group.
cost. Please zoom out or zoom in if you need to see costs for other resources. Navigating to your EBS volumes, please click on the volumes to see relationships.
So here, just to real quickly show you what you can you can use it with a mouse keypad. So here what you see are all the relationships that this EBS volume is involved in. So you can actually navigate all the way to the EC2 instance that it's connected to. And this also helps you solve, for example, problems like if you have EC2 instance that you shut down, but the EBS volume is still running. For you to find that within your console is going to take a bunch of time. Here it's just visual, you can see all the relationships. For example, you want to group your EC2 instances. You go right here. Let's say you want to see it by subnet ID and VPC ID, which is something very important to see if you have any open ports. So what this is now done, it has grouped it by that particular group. And now you can see cost by the subgroup.
That's so cool. Yeah, every operations team has dashboards and TVs up on a wall somewhere, but it's so hard to control. And here you just throw an Alexa there and now control it with your voice, which is so nice.
So we're also testing out another interface, and this is just a proof of concept. So imagine you're doing an architectural review. Currently you're using a whiteboard. What we have here is an augmented reality. What you saw on our desktop application, this is live rendered. Solution architects can interact with it, can drive direct insights. So, instead of a huge bunch of VPC logs and things like that, you see this in real time.
That's cool. And you also just recently, or actually probably a little while ago, migrated a lot of this over to serverless. Can you talk about some of that use case and what that's enabled you to do?
Sure. So primary use case is the sheer scale that serverless gives us. So when you're thinking of containers, it's still better than running bare metal servers, but still you have to provision for how many containers am I going to run? Is this enough? Are they running out of memory? All bunch of problems, right? When you shift to Lambda, all those goes away. You can scale up and down you can go from 1 to a million in an instant. So that's why we did that. And the second major point is the cost. So we're not spending money when it's not needed, right? Scale and cost are probably the primary reasons for shifting from containers to serverless.
And then what's an example of how you're using Lambda to do like discovery of services and more within a customer's environment?
Right. So the entire thing that you saw, the whole AWS infrastructure being rendered, that's happening by crawling the entire AWS service space, which our Lambdas do. Like whenever the guy logs in, our Lambdas go on crawling the all available AWS services. So once a Lambda finishes, it gives a notification to the next Lambda to pick up from where it left off. And so let's say you discovered servers, then the next Lambda discovers its metrics, the next Lambda discovers its costs. So go on spreading like, the entire graph, and in like 20 seconds you have the entire topology live.
That's cool. So it can do an environment that's small or massive enterprise in basically the equal amount of time.
So our current numbers are in 20 seconds we can figure out 100,000 nodes that are available.
That's incredible. Well, thank you for showing this to us, and people want to go